Hello, and welcome back to the Product Manager channel, where we talk about product, technology, and how we build awesome software. In today's episode, I wanted to talk about two very critical concepts, which are speed of execution and failure, or rather acceptance of failure, right? So for the quick background story, my brother-in-law this week just got a new job from a company called Bolt. And he was asking me some feedback during the interview process. So I looked at the job description, and as I was checking the website, I looked at the values of the company. And one of the values really caught my attention, and I wanted to make a quick video about it. So when you look at the website, one of the value is be 20% wrong. And then they say, if we don't make mistakes, we aren't moving fast enough. Which I thought is very powerful to have that as a company value. So I wanted to kind of like pause and just take a minute to look at those two different concepts. Being wrong is the concept of failure, right? But there's also the concept of speed, right? So why are those so important? So let's take a look. The first one that I want to focus on is speed, and in particular speed of execution, which means how fast can you execute on any given task? How fast can you build something? And in particular in software development and in the role of the product manager, in an agile world, like how fast can you iterate and bring your feature to market? So if you look at your delivery cycle and iterations, basically every time you go through one of these loops, you are building and delivering something, and then you can start getting feedback from your customer. So then the next run, you build something else, you get new feedback, and then you can continue to improve every single iteration by delivering new features, some enhancements, and then you can get feedback along the way. So the key here is the faster you can go through one of these loops, the faster you will be able to get the feedback, the faster you will be able to improve your product. So this is, in my opinion, so critical. The other way, some other teams, some other company, they might not have that skill of speed of execution, right? So maybe the plan is to look at the problem, do a lot of research, do a lot of analysis, try to come up with the very best solution, and then implement the whole solution, which is kind of like more of a waterfall approach. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's great for some project, maybe that might be bigger or more complex, but especially from a customer-facing standpoint, the big problem is that if you do the research for, let's say, a month, and then you're going to build something, it's going to take you another month, and then you deliver. So let's say the whole process, it's around 3 months. Even if you execute to the 100% perfection of your plan, and even if your plan was 100% accurate, and you knew exactly what the customer was looking for, you solved this problem to the perfection, which, by the way, it's very rare and very unlikely that you hit it 100%, based on your research. But even if you let's assume you put it to 100%, you had the plan, you knew exactly what the customer want, and then you're able to deliver exactly what you planned. Then it took you 3 months. What if one of your competitor implemented something in the meantime, right? Or what if within those 3 months, customer trend evolve? Maybe there's new technology and the customer interest is moving to another direction, right? So then you're late to market. So again, this is why being able to execute as fast as possible, it's just so critical. It gives you a huge edge, and then it allows you to be wrong more. So now let's talk about the second concept I wanted to focus on today, which is failure, or rather acceptance of failure, or encouraging failure. So the first thing I think about is, kind of like a couple of quotes, very famous quote, from, so this one from Thomas Edison that says, I have not failed. I have found 10,000 ways that won't work, right? So it's like, again, it's going through a learning cycle, trying things and figure out they're not working. Well, you fail to succeed, perhaps, but the other way to look at it is you successfully write off this option and this option doesn't work, right? Another quote, which is one of my favorite, is from Michael Jordan. You missed 100% of the shot that you did not take. If you don't take a shot, you're never gonna score the point, right? And that's the same thing in software. So as a product manager, you also need to take a shot sometime. You might not have all the answer, but if you try different options, maybe you have some strong assumption and you want to try two different ideas, you can do some A/B testing perhaps, or you can try something and see if it works. You might not work, which is fine. Like Thomas Edison says, like you just found a way that's not working. So then that's not working, you can move on to the next one and you can try something else. And that ultimately is going to lead you to innovation and great features, and it's going to lead you to solving problem for your customer a lot more efficiently. Now the beauty of this is if you tie those two concepts together, speed of execution and acceptance of failure, then you can move very fast and you can learn very fast, you can fail very fast, which will ultimately going to lead you and guide you to faster innovation at least. So that's what I thought this value from this company board is very powerful because in a nutshell, I think it really represents what a agile product manager is and the mindset that we should have. Again, focus on speed of execution and then take risk, try. If you fail, well then you will be able to quickly course correct because you have that execution speed with you. So basically the speed gives you the luxury of trying new things because if you fail you can quickly correct that. So let me know what you think. Speed of execution versus very deep research and deep analysis. I think you need a little bit of both, but personally I lean more towards speed of execution, but I want to see what you're thinking, so make sure you to leave a comment down below so we can have a conversation about it. So that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If it brought you any value, please like the video, leave us a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Alright, until next time, have a great day guys.